We live? Are we live? Ooh, I shall wait for YouTube. We live? Oh, there you go. We are good. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to another C++ stream here. I have no idea what to do today. Well, I do. I kind of put it in the title. So I guess we're going to be working on the emulator in C++, right? But yeah, welcome to the stream. And this is actually it's probably going to be a slightly short stream because I have a bunch of stuff to do after the stream. Hello, Robin. How's it going, dude? Mate, it's been it's not been. I feel like you joined the stream last week, so I don't want to say it's been a long time. But how's it going, man? You good? You enjoying? You enjoying life? I'm just putting my watch on so it doesn't kind of fall on the floor. But yeah, welcome to the stream, Robin. It's good to see you as always. Yeah, let me see what the hell we have to do on the emulator today. Right, so you'll be happy to know, Robin, that we have nearly got all the full support for all of the operations. Most of them, at least, anyway. There's like only a few left. Good. I've been on 2 interviews, meetings today. That's very good, man. So how are they going? I thought you found a job already, but I guess you're still looking, right? I know that you had the app that you created. I actually never tested. I'm not sure if I received the email with the demo, but I will look again and I'll let you know if I end up testing. But just open a can of Coke anyway. But yeah, man, how is the job search going? How are you finding it? Yeah, I mean, I've got a sibling of mine that's finding it very hard right now to find a job, but you know, it will take you some time to do it, and if you haven't got one yet, you'll eventually find one. Anyway, today, I kind of want to work a little bit on loading the program data into the CPU because I've not done it correctly. In fact, I need to see how the NES kind of loads data into the CPU. Very good. Both were clients contacting us, not the other way around. Oh, that's good. All right. So 2 interviews. Oh, when you say interview, I think of job interviews, but it looks like you had a client meeting, which is obviously a little bit different because you've already got a job from the looks of it. So I think it's pretty sure I have work available now. That's amazing, dude. That is really, really good to know. There was a very good website with all the Nintendo, that's the NES dev. There you go. I want to see how the memory gets loaded. Yeah, more meeting. Cool. Right. Some parts of the 2 kilobyte internal RAM have predefined purposes. So 0 to, well, that's the 0 page. We can be accessed with fewer bytes. We know that. I'm looking at which addresses the actual program is loaded into. 0 page containing the stack. Where's the program data? So program. So games may divide up the rest, however, the programmer deems useful. Sample map, for example. Most commonly, 0200 to 02FF is used for the OAM buffer to be copied into the picture processing unit. Okay, I'm not interested in that one. Come on, dudes. How is the memory? Surely, like, if you have a game in Nintendo in a cartridge and you put it into the console, that memory will be mapped into the CPU, right? Into the internal RAM of the CPU. Or am I thinking of this incorrectly? Because I don't know. I do not know. Should we ask ChatGPT? Oh, in fact, let's do Claude. Claude is always better. Right. Anyway, for those who just joined the stream, I think there's like 5 viewers now. Welcome. I didn't expect 5 people to be watching me from the start, to be honest. Usually on Tuesdays I get no viewers, and in fact I've been getting, quite honestly, no viewers in the channel anyway. It's been going down. I don't know how to stop it, guys. It's free falling. So how does the 6502? Oh, in fact, the NES 6502 load game program data into the CPU? That's what I want to know. Now, from this website, I can't really tell. Surely there's got to be a way here. Come on, guys, like the stream. Thank you very much, Robin. Yeah. I always forget to beg. I always forget to beg. So yeah, if you guys are watching the stream, please like it because it does help me out quite a lot. I don't think likes actually, likes help when you're actually doing the stream, but afterwards, what actually helps to YouTube promote your video is the watch time. So the more people watch a video, the more kind of promotion you will get for free from YouTube. That's how it works, right? So basically, it just means that I create content that no one actually wants to watch, and yeah, I guess that's fine. But it's content that I like to make. Yeah, still don't know. The CPU has direct access to the PGR-ROM through its address bus. Okay. No actual loading needs to happen. The ROM is instantly accessible. Bank switching allow games to access more than 32 kilobytes of PGR-ROM by swapping different banks into the same address space. Okay, this is interesting because I was under the assumption that the 6502 CPU inside the Nintendo would need to map the program data into the internal ROM, but that's not true. It just accesses the program data or the game data through the address bus, which is pretty interesting. So essentially, the program it doesn't have to go into the CPU memory. That's what I'm seeing here. The CPU can only see a 64. The CPU can only see a 64 kilobyte of address space shared between PGR-ROM, RAM. So when a cartridge is inserted into the PGR-ROM, program ROM from the cartridge is mapped into the CPU's address space. Typically address this. Okay. Okay. The 6502 always starts execution by looking at the reset vector located at this. Yeah, so this I know as well. This we don't have support for that in the emulator. So we don't have a reset vector. In fact, that's something I could do straight away. Because it's, yeah. So basically when the 6502 CPU powers up, it will look at this address to see, to get an address of whatever to start kind of executing from. Right, so whatever address is held in this location here, so FFFC for the low byte and FFFD for the high byte, that address will be, the start of your program. Hello, working around now, 30 minutes. Oh, dude, GTX, welcome, dude. Yeah, dude, just focus on your work, right? No pressure to join the stream. We're just chilling here. Yeah, cool. So we can start by implementing the reset vector, I guess, and break a bunch of tests, which will undoubtedly happen because I know that for sure that I have a bunch of tests that kind of check that memory somewhere. And yeah, they will certainly break. Yeah. Dude, I wish we were doing JavaScript. It would be a little bit easier. In fact, no, I lie. I started doing JavaScript at work, believe it or not. And this is something for you, Robin. I'm gonna start asking you JavaScript questions. I am terrible at JavaScript. That's what I found out this week. Absolutely terrible. Even when like changing a few of the services that we have, which are just Node.js services. Yeah, absolutely terrible. John Spenny. Hello, John. How's it going, dude? That doesn't mean Stack Overflow is dying. Yeah, I think so. I think Stack Overflow is dying by all metrics, right? I saw a blog post yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, that detailed the downfall of Stack Overflow. And basically, as soon as ChatGPT was launched and then Claude later on, Stack Overflow usage just went down, like on a hill. It just went downhill. But yeah. What do I have here? Tests. Drum tests. This is some work from yesterday. Ooh. But yeah, John, I've not seen you on the stream for a while, did you? I see you on Discord quite a lot, though. No, I'm at work and I will finish in 10 minutes. Been working for 8 hours. GTX, dude, you are a superman. So you work for 8 hours, then you go home and do your university challenges and homework, essentially. And then you also manage to join the stream and, help me out on the stream. That's insane, man. That is incredible. Okay, so we do have that. Can we push it? Did I push it? Yeah. Did I push it? Yeah, I must have. Let's check out the main. Let's do a poll here. And then we're going to create a new branch for this. So git checkout -m. Add reset vector. So we're going to add this reset vector thing. Oh, it's not M. It's a B here. Okay. Gonna add the reset vector. Okay. Yeah, so this reset vector thing is very interesting, right? So, as I said, for those who just tuned in, firstly, don't forget to like the stream because it helped me out quite a lot. But on the 6502 emulator on the CPU, in fact, as soon as you power on the CPU, as far as I understand, it looks for the address held in this location in the CPU. And whatever address is there, that is the start of the program that is going to start kind of running, right? So we just have to do that as well. That means that we have to make an assumption here. So for our CPU, oh my god, I swear Bitdefender figures out when I'm streaming, right? They somehow have a way to figure out whether or not a user is using OBS and streaming. And they will put their freaking advertisement as like, it will just take like a quarter of the screen 10 minutes after you're streaming, which is ridiculous. They are surely doing this on purpose. I'm going to have to find a new free antivirus. In fact, what do you guys use? What antivirus do you guys use? Do you even use antiviruses? Or are you just kind of relying on Windows Defender to catch all the viruses for you? Because I don't. Coke Zero is so good. I'm still not sponsored by Coke. One day. Yeah, and the assumption we're going to make here is that, let's say we're going to load the program memory, sorry, the program data into a particular address, right? I don't know where. Yeah, I don't know where. Stream this time finds me sleeping most of the time. Also not a fan of Go. Yeah, I understand, John. Sorry about that, dude. It's just that, this time is the only time I can stream, unfortunately. Because, work at the start of the day and yeah, I have to do some chores at home. And I'm only free at like 8 PM at the UK time. But we've not been doing Go recently. Well, we've been doing quite a lot of Go recently, actually. I do lie. This is probably the first C++ stream I'm having in 2 weeks or so. So yeah. Anyway, so the assumption we're going to make... assumption. So when do execute, CPU will load... in fact, CPU on the program, right? We'll load the program data into the address starting at... And then we don't know what this is. In fact, this should be on execute. Here, right? That's what we're going to do. Now, so while the CPU PC is less than the program.size, okay, this can stay the same. Yeah, we can have a function here that will actually load the program data, I guess, right? We can just call it that. So std, or just a boolean, I guess, bool. Let's do an option of an emulator CPU here. I'll tell you why. So this function that we're going to create here, so load program, this will take the emulator CPU, right? And the program data, which is std spam of const std uint. And it will essentially just return a new CPU with the program loaded into it, right? That's what we're going to do. And in fact, I do wonder here. Let's just return a Boolean, right? We don't want to like have to recreate the CPU. We just return the same CPU, or we just make sure that the CPU has the program loaded into it. Now, do we want to enable the profile? Enable profiler. Why not? CPU here. Yeah, so we got to make some assumptions here, right? So let's say that we are going to load everything at address 1, 0. I don't know. What did it say in here? CPU's address space typically addresses 8,000 to that. How many bytes do we have in here? So let's see. Let's get a calculator out. I can't do this off the top of my head. So if we were to load the program data in there, how many actual bytes do we have? So let's go into hexadecimal. And we have FFFF minus 8000. And if we change it to decimal, yeah, we have 32,000 bytes in here, right? Which will give us basically access to a program that is as big as 32 kilobytes, right? So if we don't implement, what is it called? There was a word for it. Bank loading, bank switching, that's the one. If we don't implement bank switching, that means that our emulator will support 32 kilobyte programs out of the box, which is fine. I think that's what, you can get from this anyway, if you don't have bank switching cartridges, I guess. So yeah, let's load it in there. So the assumption is that we're going to load it, the program starting at 0x8123 here. So 0xFFFF. Right? That's what we're going to do. Oh, in fact, not even that. Not even that. Because we want to make sure that the last 6... There you go. The reset vector is free and it doesn't get overridden. So really what we do want to do is, let's say I think that we need to leave FF, usually cartridge ROM and mapper registers. Cartridge ROM, when present, mapped. Yeah, I need to get some more information on this reset vector thing. There you go. So FC to, so from FA onwards, yeah, from FA onwards, we have special memory, right? So we don't want to override these things. These vectors are supplied by the cartridge. Okay, so no, these are supplied by the cartridge. Okay, unless a mapper fixes FFFF to some unknown bank, normally fixing. Okay, yeah, so now, yeah, this will work then. This will work. So we can load it up into there. And okay, now it's just as easy as basically checking whether or not the program.size is less than whatever this is, right? Which is, wait, let me do that again because I can't remember. So FFFF minus 8000. We have 7FF there, also known as 32,767. 0x7 FFF there. That's what we want to do, right? So we kind of want to do a check here. So if it's more than that, in fact, that means we can't copy it, right? So make sure the program data is... Oh, let me zoom in for you guys. Can you guys see the text very well? Is at most 32K big. Or fits in between. Then we have 0x8000 to 0xF. 0x ff inclusive. There you go, right? Beautiful. Yeah, so that's what we need to do here. And if it is more than that, we kind of just return false, as in we didn't load. Otherwise, we are able to call a mem copy, right? So stood, I guess. Mem copy is that a thing? Tell me it's available. Nope. Where's mem copy? Which header is it on? Come on, Google, please. std mem copy. I'm pretty sure it's from a C header somewhere. There you go, C string. Oh, it's from C string. Jesus. So we're gonna include that. So yes, std include as C string. Is this all sorted? I'm not sure. Let's just sort it anyway. There you go. It is now. So we can do a mem copy, and I'm pretty sure it's the destination and then the source, right? Let's check. Let's take a look. So destination, and then the source and the count, right? So the destination for it is going to be cpu.mem, and then we have 0x8123, and we're going to take the address of that. The destination is that. Okay, the source is going to be program.data, and then we have the whole of the program, right? So the program.size. And that should do. That's what we have here. And return true. Ooh. That's all, really. So hello, I'm back. I just clocked out. No more streams for like 3 weeks. What will I do with your ASMR sessions? Dude, I mean, I wish I did more. I mean, maybe I can do a live stream in Brazil. Who knows? But yeah, man, I do have some content recorded. I actually have 2 videos on the back burner that I'm just editing. One of them will be released next week. I'll try and do like shorts from these late streams that I haven't really edited yet. See, here they are again. Bitdefender. They know I'm streaming. And they are telling you to go and buy their software. Do not do that. Don't do that. Don't buy their software. Brazil mentioned indeed, yeah. Anyway, so I do have a few videos that I'm going to be posting. I have like the first video of the CI series, and I'm recording the next 3 videos of it as well in the next 2 days. So you will get like an explanation of what CI is, how to create your own CI in GitHub, as well as doing a build pipeline with C++, Rust, and Golang. Those will be the 4 videos that I'll probably be releasing, right? And I will try to record some in Brazil, but I can't really, I can't promise that because I will probably be traveling around, if I'm honest. So yeah, but we'll see. Maybe I'll be able to. Exactly, yeah. So the plan is to release a few videos at least on the first 2 weeks, and then maybe on the last week. You won't get anything, but I will be back on the 3rd week anyway. So hopefully only like a week of of no content from me. Also, I'm mostly doing this obviously for you guys because I don't want to leave you hanging. But last time I did this, when I went to Brazil last year, and I was away for 3 weeks as well, I didn't really post anything apart from like 1 or 2 shorts. And my viewer count just literally went back to like 50 a day when I was on like 700 the week before. And YouTube is very punishing if you don't post anything. So this is one of the reasons why I'm trying to post stuff while I'm out. Because yeah, YouTube is crazy, right? I don't recommend it to you guys. Do not be a content creator. Go and find a job, you get paid more that way. But yeah, I mean, this is how we load the program, right? This is how we load the program, and that's it. Now, what we do here is we do get the instructions, and we have to possibly load the program as well. So if not load program, and then we have the CPU here, as well as the program. We are going to return std size t. What do we do? Return 0. That's it. You have to keep posting. Maybe review my uber bad Java code. I got full marks for some reason. You got full marks on this. Yeah, then I'll definitely review it, dude. But it's I will definitely review it, man. Remind me when I'm back again, when I'm back on streaming, because this is probably going to be the last stream before I go on Friday. But when I'm back, I do need some like I need some new ideas. I need some new content. I need people. I need things that people will actually watch. And code review seems to be a good one. Whenever I do a code review stream, I always get like 300, 400 views in a week for that particular stream. So it's always good. I mean, with these videos that I do, you know, in C++ or Golang, they barely get like 200, 150 viewers. So yeah, not too bad, but yeah. But yeah, the only reason why I keep doing these streams, especially you know the 6502 emulator stream, is that I told myself that I am going to finish this project, and you know finishing a project takes time. And yeah, I mean I think I've started this like 5 months ago, but because I don't work on this full time, it just takes me a long time to finish it. So I do have to sprinkle a stream every now and then, just so I'm able to kind of finish it. It has random DFS. Random DFS. I generate a maze randomly. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Death First Search. I've not heard that name in years, man. I've not heard that name in years. Not heard of him in years. Right. Now, this here will 100% break. So bit ABS. We've got the program here. See, just by I'm not going to switch the way we do code execution, yeah. But you can see here how ingrained the program logic is everywhere. So for example, yeah, instead of running the program from the CPU memory, I'm running it from the program array, right? And dude, I am going to break... I'm not sure if I'm going to break anything, yeah. But this will for certain not work once I start switching. So all of these like program... usages here, this will have to be switched to something like auto const lsb to something like you know cpu.mem, and then we'll have the starting address or something plus cpu.reg.pc plus 1, and this is exactly how it's going to go. It's going to be crazy, but there will be a lot of changes on this. But anyway, let's see if I can do a rebuild on this. And if I can build it, we can run the test and see how much stuff we've broken so far, because it will be a lot, guaranteed. Yeah, exciting to go away for a bit, if I'm honest, but not as excited to be away from the YouTube. I like talking to you guys. I like coding in front of the stream and saying absolute shit all the time. Come on. This GCDA warning is so annoying. It's something to do with the with gcov. I think it's fading somehow. But yeah. I mean, are you guys ready? Let's see. Can anyone take a guess how many tests will break? We have about I'm gonna say it's about 100 odd, or maybe 200, in fact. By the way, OpenBlast is terrible with Conan. Not only do I have to compile it, it can't link properly with CMake cross-platform. I worked on the setup with Conan and CMake, but I couldn't get it to work. Yeah, dude. I mean, with OpenBlast, it's such a low-level library, right? Is that the Fortran one? That's the Fortran one, right? Fortran. I remember when I build OpenBlast on my machine as well, I somehow had to download a Fortran compiler. So I'm not entirely sure. Or is it LAPACK that's Fortran? One of them is Fortran. OpenBlast. Git repository, let's see. It's an optimized Blast library. No, it's C. Oh, there you go. There is some Fortran. Yeah, so I remember building this. So when I built this, I had to install like the Intel Fortran compiler, the Clang Fortran compiler as well, or the LLVM Fortran compiler. And yeah, I didn't have a nice time building it locally, so I would say, you know, maybe leave the OpenBlast library just out of Conan, because I don't think you're gonna enjoy it. Blast is Fortran. Yeah, Blast is Fortran. So it's you know, there's 30% of Fortran inside OpenBlast as well, so it's not entirely just C. But yeah. Right, anyway, so let's run these and then see how much shit we break now. Because it'll be a lot. Surprisingly, not that many, not that many. Interesting. I'm surprised I didn't break anything by changing like one particular. Oh, there you go. One of them broke. One of the things broke. But yeah, all the tests that will break will essentially be because they were probably checking or doing testing with the memory that's now the program. So that's what's happening here. I thought I saw a test break somewhere. Oh, there you go. There was one that broke. But Armadillo links to either OpenBLAS or Intel MKL if you want it to be fast. The recipe for Armadillo links to OpenBLAS. So there is no Intel MKL version of Armadillo then on Conan, I'm guessing. That could be an option as well, right? That's a little bit more up to date and probably, I don't know. Is it on Conan? Your best bet is to see if it is on Conan as well. Intel MKL, Conan Center. No, Intel MKL is not on Conan, which means Armadillo is probably not going to support MKL on Conan. But Blast is, right? Wait. OpenBLAS is, though. So in theory, that should work well. But we know that's not how it works, right? Right, so one of the tests did fail, and I want to figure out why it failed. But as I said, it will possibly be because... Oh, okay, yeah, jump. Yeah, so the jump... The jump absolute test fails. And this is because it deals with memory jumping, which might have broken. Yeah, might be broken now. But yeah, let me just run it once and see what the hell is going on. Okay, can we get the output here though? Beautiful. So expected quality of these values, execute CPU, which is 0 to 8. So this is, we did not execute this somehow. Yeah, and we didn't execute it because the program size for this test is whatever this number is, right? Which is a very large number, which obviously is less than 32 kilobytes or more than 32 kilobytes. This is the one. So it's 65 kilobytes. That's what's wrong here. So what compiler are you using in here? I gave up on Clang. John, why did you give up on Clang, dude? It's the best compiler ever. Yeah, but you know, in short, generally, I prefer Clang when doing C++. And why do I do that? Well, because Clang is part of the LLVM toolset. And LLVM is actually really, really good now. So LLVM powers some languages like Rust nowadays, powers Zig, and a bunch of others as well. So it has so many like helpful tools that you can use. It has so many things that just help you make better code in C++ as well as in other languages. That it just makes no sense for me to use, let's say GCC instead. Yeah. But, that's just me as well. It plays very well with the tools that they offer. Things like Clang Format, Clang Tidy. It's all part of the same, LLVM toolset. And I kind of like it, to be honest. Yeah, I kind of like it. And that's the compiler I'm using here, if you haven't figured. In fact, I'm using the ClangD language server as well, right? I believe I am anyway. So ClangD. There you go. So I'm using ClangD, which is, the IntelliSense that we're getting here. But unfortunately, because we're using C++ modules here, we don't get IntelliSense, even with ClangD, which is interesting. Now, the good thing is that ClangD does support modules now, but that is on ClangD version 19. Excuse me, I think that the Visual Studio Code ClangD version is on 18, I believe, right? So let me check that. Check the language server update. yeah, so the latest version of the VS Code ClangD server is ClangD 18. So as soon as they bump that to 19, I would expect the modules to start working. I like GCC. That's why I installed. That's what I installed 3 years ago, and I won't install anything else. Yeah, GCC is good as well. So the thing with GCC is that it's really, really portable, right? So every machine, every type of hardware has a GCC compiler for it. Obviously, Clang is a little bit more difficult to get hold of because you have to kind of support, LLVM. But both GCC and Clang nowadays kind of work everywhere, in my opinion. Question: what are modules? I would recommend you watching my C++ video modules, dude, because I'm not going to be able to explain it in 2 minutes. But essentially, is instead of having headers and C++ files in your compilation, right? Instead of having compilation units, we have modules, which is what every other language has as well. So it's a bit more self-contained than the kind of archaic way of compiling C and C++ code with headers. So I'd recommend taking a look at that. Hello, Tom. How's it going, dude? JetBrains Rider was released as free for non-commercial for this week. Woo, nice. JetBrains Rider. Is that the Rust? That's the Rust one, right? Pretty sure. JetBrains Rider. Oh no, it's .NET. Where's .NET in the world's? Whoa, this website is cracked. I love it. I actually like that website. .NET Essentials, Unity, okay. Native apps, technology. So it's basically a .NET environment from the looks of it. .NET, I use it for. Nice, nice. It supports a bunch of stuff though. Tell you what, Tom, I did used to use JetBrains before, but I use CLion, which is the C and C++ IDE, and it was amazing. I can't complain. It was probably like the best paid for IDE that I've ever had. So for those wondering whether there is an alternative to Microsoft's Visual Studio, especially on Windows, that works really well. Yes, there is, and it's called CLion. It's really, really good. You get amazing support from JetBrains on that. Now, why don't I use that anymore? Well, I don't use it anymore because VS Code kind of offers the same thing. And also CLion is paid, even though it has more features, in my opinion, and it works better with CMake, believe it or not, because it was made with CMake in mind. Yeah, I just don't use it because it's paid, and I don't really fancy paying like, a tenner every month. Do you use JetBrains Suite for any languages? So yeah, Tom, I as I said, CLion is probably what I use for. I think you might have asked that before I started talking about it. But CLion is pretty good for C++. No way, that's awesome. By the way, JetBrains is a Czech company. Yeah, JetBrains is a Czech company. I've whenever you go to their support and you ask something to anyone in there, they will be from Czech. Yeah, they'll be Czech. That is. I was gonna say Czechoslovakia, but that's not a country anymore, right? It's not been a country for decades now. They are usually from Czech Republic. That's what I meant. Definitely didn't say Czechoslovakia. Yeah, so in short, this is why this broke, right? So if we had instead something like that, 7F, I can slightly change this. I use CLion too. Nice, yeah. Yes, but you get it for free because you're a student, right? So students get it for free. I'm no longer a student, unfortunately. Right, so how can we change this test? So this test is basically testing the jump around instruction, right? So what does this instruction do? So given the opcode for it, so 4C is the one, it will jump from your current location to whatever address is pointed at by the next by the following 2 bytes. So I was testing that you can go back and forth between the CPU memory, so like from the start to the end with a few jumps and make sure that it works. But obviously that's not going to work anymore. Just because we no longer have a program of size FFFF here. So I have to change it a little bit. I have to change it to 7F, I guess. And then in 7F, we do that instead. Well, yeah. And the program will end at the very last byte on the CPU. Now this is still going to fail for sure. Free for students, but only for academic or non-commercial work. Yeah. They like to get you in, like, used to their software. So when you actually have to use it for commercial purposes, then you have to pay for it. That's how they do it. Every company does the same. So you can get a bunch of free stuff as a student from like Microsoft, from Google. But as soon as you finish that university, man, you're gonna have to pay real money for things. Unless you go in the other path, but I don't recommend that one. The illegal path, shall we say. Okay. Now, I'm gonna actually just do a massive search and replace here for whenever we do a program. This, we will say, CPU. Instead of that, we're gonna have something like this. So CPU.mem, and then we're gonna have something like starting address, right? Plus all of that. That's what we're gonna do here. And in fact, starting address should probably be a constant somewhere in here, right? So something, I don't know where I define it. I even define the constants in this thing here, to be honest. Remember Dreamweaver? Oh, dude, Dreamweaver, the HTML like PHP editor. Is that what you mean? Because I do remember Dreamweaver. Yeah, man, we've come a long way, haven't we? I want to get the nostalgia now. Because that is literally the shit that I used to code in when I started. Dreamweaver. Oh my god. This brings back so many memories. Wait, it's still a thing? It's still a thing. It's still a product by Adobe. What? They haven't binned it. You can still buy it. You can still buy it, and you can still pay $21.98 a month for it. That is ridiculous. This is not worth it. Anyway, let's see what it looked like in 2010. This is the shit, dude. This is what I remember. Look at that. Look at this guy over here. It was amazing. Yeah, man. We've come a long way. It's fancy as fuck now. Dude. Tell you what, Tom, you buy it like, and you show me what it looks like, because I'm not paying 21 quid for Dreamweaver. But yeah, I mean, it looks fancy. It looks very fancy. Not green. Not green, yeah. Grading green. I think I missed a message from GTX. I'm actually thinking about using their products. They are good. I especially like their database UIs. Yeah. So JetBrains is a really good company. Like, I would happily work for them in the future. I think they are a very solid company, and they have really good product. And the terms and conditions aren't fishy like Adobe's. So yeah. I mean, you type your code in Dreamweaver, in Adobe Dreamweaver, and it'll be everywhere in their language models. So I wouldn't trust the dude. I wouldn't trust him. Anyway. Yeah, so let's create a little... So we have an if-def here for the stuff. Emulator. Yeah, I'm just going to create it here. So we are going to define a const expr. I guess is a stud uint16t. In fact, const expr comes out afterwards. For my sake, const expr. We have the starting address, or the starting address, which will be 0x8000. Yeah. Right. So now it becomes just a very simple vim replace here, which will be program. Whenever we do program, this will go down to CPU .mem, and we have starting address plus whatever was there, right? And then we can do GC. Okay, so we changed that one. We change this one. Oh no, we messed up. We messed up. We have messed up. Because the dot doesn't have to be escaped, and we escaped it. Did my constant just... Yeah, anyway. So let's do it again. So whenever we have program, this, we're going to replace it with cpu.mem starting address plus that, and then we do gc. Okay, that's a bit better now. We can rely on the formatter to do it later. Have you used NetBeans? NetBeans for Java? Yeah, I use NetBeans and Eclipse. Yeah, I still like Eclipse. I've never used. I think since uni, I've never actually used Eclipse anymore. In fact, I have. Back when Android Studio was still using Eclipse. I'm sure it uses something else now, doesn't it? What is Android Studio nowadays? Is this still a thing? Yeah, let's just replace all of these, right? We're gonna replace all of these, and then we're gonna have to fix a bunch of tests, I guess. I never use Eclipse, only NetBeans. Yeah, Android Studio used to be... I think it used to be NetBrains first, and then went to Eclipse. And now it's what? JetBrains. Oh, it's just... Fucking hell. It's just... They're just, just swapping the companies every 5 years. Yeah, 0 page. Okay. Okay, now let's just format this. And let's click rebuild it. Now, something might not build, we'll see. Or it might just build. Do you know what I miss the most, Tom? Have you ever done a Java? Sorry, not Java, Flash. Flash was pretty good, dude. I used to love Flash. In fact, there was a very good project that was basically emulating, Flash scripts in HTML5. Is it Ruffle? Yeah, ruffle.rs, that's the one. So it's an open source Flash player emulator. And yeah, I'm too young for that. You probably are, yeah, dude. So what are you now, 18? I never really did Flash, just those animations, yeah. So Flash was a big part of my childhood, as was anyone else who was born in the late 90s, I guess, right? But yeah, demo. So this compiles to kind of, yeah, WebAssembly as far as I know, and it just emulates Flash. Anyway, so yeah, and it's written in Rust as far as I can tell. Okay, now we have surely broken a bunch of shit. Like if we haven't broken like 90% of the tests, I am very surprised. But we should have broken most of them, especially the ones that like reference relative addresses in the memory, or maybe not. Come on, something break, please. I'm worried that they haven't broken. Do you know when you expect a test to break and it doesn't break, and you get more worried than you would have if it just broke. That's what's happening to me right now. That is what's happening to me right now. But it does make sense if nothing breaks, though. The green feels good. Yeah, the green feels good, yeah. The green is all you need, dude. I'm gonna miss this when I'm in Brazil next week. Gonna miss this. Do you write all these tests? Yeah. So every test, this is an emulator, right, which emulates 6502 assembly. And if you look at what the tests look like, they are kind of, you have a program here, which is a binary, and then you execute it, and then you see if the registers are in the right state, and so on and so forth. There are some more interesting ones as well, like Aurora, for example. They have like some pretty interesting tests where you make sure that you can do like, a complex operation using, the addresses here. So these bytes, for example, they are equivalent to this assembly here. This is this assembly assembled and compiled into binary, and then I execute it with my emulator and make sure that the CPU is in the state that I expect it. So like the accumulator has a particular value in there, X register, and so on and so forth, and the flags are all the same. Struggling with bugs at the end of the wait. I was struggling with bugs at the end of the month again. Have to deliver the project tomorrow. The crunch and the stress was high, but the night suddenly got brighter. Hello, Arconaf, dude. How's it going? Mate, if you've got a delivery tomorrow, Arconaf, and you're still here messing about, dude, I recommend you finish that. I recommend you go and finish it. So, no test actually broke, which is impressive. That means I wasn't really doing any tests on the memory address that I wasn't supposed to, which is good. However, I still need to fix the jump tests here, which will have broken for sure. So another thing as well that I want to do is make sure that I have this here. So this is going to be the starting address. Yeah, there you go. So fucking hell, are you reverse engineering it? No, I'm not reverse engineering it. Someone's already figured out how it works. It's a very old emulator. So it's wait, can I get I don't you guys don't want to see Putin, do you? There is a massive wiki page on how this particular CPU works. It's called the 6502 CPU or 65K. And it's the CPU that was in the Nintendo Entertainment System. So the NES, for example. And this is what I'm emulating. So all the opcodes and whatnot. There are so many websites you can find like actually good information on it. The best one I use is this one here. Like you can find, for example, you want to know what a particular instruction does. So TYA impl. So transfer index Y to accumulator. This is like a register transfer thing. You just come in here, you look what it does, you see which flags it sets, and then you just implement that in software. So whenever you read a byte that is equivalent to like 98, you know exactly which function to call to emulate that, and that's how you do it. It just takes it's actually easy to implement an emulator, believe it or not. The hard part is kind of implementing support for all of the instructions. This is the hard part. Currently, there's only like a few instructions left on this project. In fact, if you guys haven't done it yet, click on the link in the description and please start the project. It does help me out. But yeah, I mean, I support most of the instructions now except a few ones you can see here, which is what I'm doing, which is what I've been doing basically every week. I add a bit of support for them. Once all of the instructions are supported, I then have to implement the next layer of emulation in a particular console. So I'm actually aiming to support the Nintendo Entertainment System. So have an emulator for NES games. That's what I'm doing. So emulating the CPU only isn't enough because the console actually has a bunch of things. It's not just made out of a CPU. It has a PPU or a picture processing unit, which handles all the graphics and stuff, which essentially is just a different CPU. And you might come across things like master-slave communication to it. So MOSI. And yeah, so I have to implement all of these like units in a console, but by far the biggest unit is probably the CPU, to be honest. I would gladly fail just to be here. Thank you, my man. Thank you, Arkona. I appreciate the support, my man. Don't make sure that you like the video. That's all I'm asking. But yeah, I mean, if you do want to learn, if you guys watching this in the future want to learn how to actually develop your emulator from the start, I have at least like 10 streams on this, and each of them is like 2 hours where I solve a particular problem or implement a particular operation. And yeah, I mean, there's an entire course on it out there by me. So yeah, you can see what I do and just copy it. But it's not difficult. I mean, when I heard people saying that they've implemented like an emulator for Super Nintendo or the NES, I always thought it would be really, really difficult. But once you start doing it, you see how easy it is. It's just time consuming, to be honest, because you have to understand how the hardware works and implement things in software in the exact same way. But it's not difficult. However, if you are talking about more recent emulators, so emulating something like the PS3, for example, which is actually a very, very difficult architecture, a very, very difficult console architecture, that's difficult. That's really difficult because you're not only implementing the CPU itself, you're also like trying to forward calls, like drawing calls from like OpenGL or DirectX, in fact. Sometimes, you know, if you're doing like Xbox, then it'll be all DirectX to whatever a machine supports, right? And that becomes really, really freaking difficult. Me liking your videos is like gravity, a rule of nature, unless I'm high, which never happens 50% of the time. Nice, dude, yeah. 50% of the time, you know, the other 50% you are high, I guess, right? Okay, yeah, so where was I? Fixing the tests here. So, yeah. Now, this failed because, well, it doesn't work, put it that way. So I kind of have to figure out, I kind of have to see where this will be, really. So my program, essentially this program here, which is however many bytes that is, well, 32k bytes, will be loaded from address 0x8000. So it's just my offsets that are kind of messed, I think. I just need to fix them. So yeah, 7f fe. No, this is already incorrect. This should have been this for sure, because it will be right at the end. But this 5 address here is incorrect. So what I'm wondering is whether I can put it. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, because then I have to kind of address this relatively in here, but the addresses have to be absolutely correct when they end up in the CPU mem. So I have to figure out here. So 00 is equivalent to 8, right? Say I did want this to end up at like, I don't know, like 7? 7F? No. Maybe 9F or 8F. Yeah, let's put it at the start, right? So this instruction will end up at 0x800, right? Now, where should this go? I want this to represent 0x, I don't know, A, maybe 000 or something like that, or AA, 84 or something, right? That could do, yeah. So let's do that. AA, A4. Now, this index has to represent an index that will end up at A4, basically. And what is that going to be? We can figure out. So we can have, what is it? A4 minus the starting address. And that's what I kind of have to put here. So it's 2AA4. 2AA4 in this case, 0x, 2AA5, and 2AA6, right? And then this has to be, of course, the last few ones. So this has to be the 7 one. Right, so that is the very last. Yeah, this is the very, very last index now, which will be 0xFFFE. Yeah, I think that should work. Wouldn't it be more odd if everything worked? It would be indeed. That's what I was saying. Like, most of these tests just worked. Even though I made like a massive refactoring or a massive addition, I I only broke one test, so I'm very surprised, which is very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. And then we're going to debug this because I don't really trust this, so I need to see what's going on. So, for example, I expect jump abs. So that instruction here, the program I'm testing is this instruction. So a jump instruction. So I'm going to put a breakpoint there, wait for it to compile, and then see what happens. In the meantime, so Arconaf, when is your game being released, dude? So you're saying you're going to develop it, you're going to finish it tomorrow, right? Fingers crossed. But when can we actually buy the game? Because I am definitely going to buy it. And I'm definitely going to play it on stream to get other people to buy it as well, man. So once that happens, send a link to me, and I really want to play the game. I want to see how good your code is. Put it that way. What? Let's do it again. C-test. Right. So there you go. Jump. Okay. Okay. So the starting address and the PC counter +1 thing did seem to work, right? It did seem to work. I'm now wondering, should the PC, instead of having the address being added to it, the PC will just kind of start at the starting address? I think I should do that, yeah. I think I should definitely do that. Babies vs. Monsters, which will be playable during the 2025 Q1 Steam Next Fest. And early access will release on 1 month before, 1 month afterwards. Nice, nice. Babies vs. Monsters. I want to take a look at that now. Oh yeah, I did actually look at this before. I remember you sending me a link. So it's kind of like not really tower defense. What's the genre of games? What's that game? Hercules, the sort of like hack and slash kind of game, dungeon stuff. I'm excited, man. I am excited. Hades, that's the one, yeah. Hades. So it's kind of like Hades. Meanwhile, we are working on a big with a big mobile company for 2 mobile games prototypes per month, which is due tomorrow. Nice. I mean, you seem to be very busy, man. So that's always good, right? Being busy is good. Hello, boys. Hello, Muslai. Dude, we're getting all the boys in. I'm very excited to get to play this game, Arconaf, whenever it releases. So I'm gonna. Can I pre-order it? Can I add it to? I'm gonna add it to my wish list. Wait, I don't want to log in yet, but yeah, I'll add it on my Steam later on. I'm not gonna log in on stream and leak my data. I've done it many times before. Don't want to do it again. Yeah, so the address here is that. The PC is now whatever the address is. Yeah, I am wondering. I think that the PC should just be it should just start as the instead of having this, what we're gonna do is we are going to come down here or come up here and also set the PC in load program to whatever this is. So CPU dot reg, I think it is .pc. It's going to be 0x8123, or in fact the starting address, right? That's what we want to do. And now what I want to do is replace all of the CPU.mem this starting address with CPU.mem that's it, I think. Oh no, we messed up again. So again, CPU.mem starting address plus with CPU.mem. That's what I'm going to do. And GC. There you go. Yeah, okay. That looks a little bit better now. And we don't have to do this starting address plus CPU reg shenanigans. Because I think it was actually giving the wrong logic in the end anyway, so all the memories would be offset twice instead of just once. So there is one particular one that I don't want to change. Yo, Matt. Hello, Mr. Incognito. It's good to see you on stream again, dude. And you must lie as well. I think I've already seen you, but it's good to see all the boys here. Thanks for the kind words, Matt. This genre is somewhat saturated now, but we are already in too deep, so hope I will be able to release something fun and different than others. Yeah, I mean, it looks fun anyway. I will definitely play it. But yeah, mobile games it seems to be a very saturated industry, to be honest with you. So I guess you're releasing on Steam and mobile, is that correct, Arcona? It looks like it could be a mobile game, that's why I'm saying it as well. Alright, dude, we have so many of these. Now. Instruction execute next. CPU.reg. Did I mess up in here? No, I didn't. This is just the starting address, yeah. Good. Let's format this and then let's build it again. Now, for sure, I know I'll have broken a bunch of tests, but yeah. By the way, for those watching the stream, please, for the love of God, like it, because it helps me out quite a lot. We haven't really got any controversial things in the stream today, so there have been no shorts from this stream. Someone ask me something controversial, please. No babies only come out. No, babies only comes out on Steam. Our mobile game development is for self-funding, so that we don't get slapped hard by publishers. Ah, I see. It makes sense. It makes absolute, complete sense. Okay, yeah, now I'm pretty sure that some tests will fail, right? Let's see. There you go. Ooh. Look at all that, guys. Look at all of that. Look at all of that. This is what I was fearing. This is what I was fearing. But that just means we messed up something, right? Which is fine, I guess. We'll figure out what. Some tests didn't fail, which is interesting. Some tests did not fail at all. Yeah, I also need to get a new laptop next year because this laptop is way too slow. Way too slow. I need to do a massive upgrade on my workstation. I've got like a tiny table that I need to upgrade. So it basically only fits my laptop and my one monitor. I need to get a slightly bigger table, in my opinion. Maybe even a standing one, a standing desk. Who knows? But that, guys, costs a lot of money, especially when you're buying a new laptop. So I don't know when that's going to happen. Right. Now let's just pick one test here to see what the hell is going on. So if I do bit tests, for example, maybe not this one. Yeah, bit test is a good one. So bit tests, I can kind of just like debug this and see what's going on. So 0 flag negative, 0 page negative flag, 0 page negative flag. That's the one. This is the test we want to go for. We're going to test it. So the program should get loaded into... Ah, I see. Yeah. It makes sense. So this is because memory 0xff. Oh. Yeah. So this will completely change how I do tests now. I just realized. Will it? I don't know. So 0.24, right? Let's just see what's going on inside the emulator. The operation, maybe. I think this is the one, 0 page. Let's run it again. Yeah, this should be 0.24. So 0x24. Where is that? Yeah, bit 0 page. It should have been like. What? What the hell? Is the program not being loaded? What's going on? So what I would expect to happen here is that this data program 0.24 or 0xff will be loaded into addresses 0x8000 and 0x8001. So if that's not happening, let's figure out why that's not happening. So loading program does load, right? So the CPU, let's see what is. Yeah, so I expect here, if we go on the debug console, if we do a p array, let's just show 10 of them from where? CPU.mem 0x8000, and we take the address of that. See, we do have it here. So the $sign, which is what? Oh, yeah, we have FF. Yeah, so we do have that in there. Now, is execute next not working anymore? Oh no, that was weird, wasn't it? So at least the program gets loaded as expected. Let's see here. What the hell is going on? Oh, I forgot to add the breakpoint where it matters. Okay, so load the program, that works. Now, if the PC, this is the check. Okay, this is the check. Yeah, so this doesn't load because program size is always going to be less than the PC. This program size starts at 0x8000. So it should be starting address plus that. And let's build it again. A bit painful, but it is what it is. I expect some more tests to pass now. I also expect a lot of them to fail. Naturally, anyway. Whenever I make a change, I break 100,000 different tests. So it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Okay, have we compiled yet? Nope. We're still going. We're still going. Yeah, it's going a bit quiet now. Sorry, guys. I know it's getting boring, but someone's got to do the work. Someone's got to do the work. All right, let's run this one now. It still doesn't run. Right, so program. Okay, so let's run that again and see what's going on. Maybe we'll be here all night trying to fix all of these tests. Who knows? So we execute it. We load the program. We know that the debug console, we have what we expect here. The program data is here. Now we go into it, which is good. So we did not increment. Is that correct? Okay. So execute next didn't work. We'll figure out why now. This is a little bit better. We went a little bit further, but not quite. not quite where we need to go. Okay, so I'm gonna go in here, execute next. See, there you go. So cpu.reg is that plus the program size. So there's another place where that check needs to change, and it's here. You see, so starting address, close that, build again. In the meantime, if you guys want to ask anything, you want to know how my day went, or anything like that, just so the boredom is out of the way. I think I've already talked about my day, to be fair. I had a very busy day today. Very, very busy day today. Tell you what, guys, I will talk about something fun. So I find that whenever I'm packing to go away somewhere, abroad or whatever, like half of my bag is just computer stuff. So like my laptop, the charger, and the mouse and the keyboard for it take half of my bag. And then when I add things like my microphone and my camera, because I did take it just in case I have to do a stream or something like that, or who knows, a meeting or something, then yeah, that's legit like 10 kilos of my bag gone. And even though my bag is kind of huge, it takes about 23 to 24 kilos. Half of it is just laptop stuff. So do you guys find the same when you travel? Being nerds like you are, in nerds, you also carry a lot of computers with you. Just got back, was installing Ubuntu for my sister. She doesn't have a choice. That is good, man. Give her no choice. Give her no choice. Just use free and open source software forever. It's probably worse than going to Brazil. Okay, command. Yeah, good. Good. I mean, it still didn't run, but it is what it is, right? Hey. Interesting. Yeah, what is happening now? Because I think the program does run. The only problem is that the flags are different. What? The flags are different. When I travel, I only bring my laptop mostly. It's about 3 kilos with the charging cable. Is it? Yeah, that's still a hefty keyboard. You know, I have a Lenovo, um, Lenovo Legion gaming laptop, which is about 5 kilos, unfortunately. So I don't own a camera because I don't take pictures. Fair enough. I mean, you have a phone, right? Phone is all you need. In fact, that's something fun as well. Like, I discovered this really really old set of DVDs that I have under my bed for some reason, and these are DVDs that were kind of ripped from tapes that were recorded of when I was young and when my parents were young and they got married in like the late 90s, in 96, for example, when I was born. There are some of them, and yeah, we've got like videos of the whole thing, and I ripped them all to my computer because I thought, you know, if I wait 5 years, these DVDs won't be good anymore. But yeah, I started to watch them, and then I realized that, you know, that the camera that we had was so bad. You can still kind of make out faces on it, but you know, it was the image was kind of blurry, the audio was terrible, and the only reason we had that camera is because my dad borrowed it from like his sister that had bought the camera in the late 90s from someone who went to America or something like that. So it was a little bit cheaper. And even that was like thousands of pounds. And I just thought to myself, like, we're so lucky to have the technology that we have today. So like everyone has a mobile phone with a camera that is 100 times better than the camera used to record my parents' wedding, for example. And you've just got that in your pocket. You know, you can do very, very cheap films just in your pocket. And yeah. Anyway, that was a little bit of a down the memory lane kind of thing that I went through the other day. Yeah. So we do that. We do this and we execute. Next. So we return null opt for some reason. So it doesn't actually go into the instruction, which is crazy. I don't own a camera because I don't take pictures. Short time? Yeah, maybe that's a short time. Thank you for saying it because whenever you say let's make a short or you mention shorts in the comments, it's so much easier for me to go through the entire stream and figure out this is the time I need to make a short. Otherwise, I just have to watch the whole thing for 2 hours. And I tell you what, it's not fun. But maybe that's something I'll do on the plane. It's a long flight, very, very long flight. So I can do a lot of shorts in there. It doesn't go to the... Oh, no, it does go to the thing. Ah, okay. So this is cpu.reg modern program size. So I just got to change this everywhere, I guess, because everywhere is kind of doing this checking. So more than or equals to, hopefully I've done the same syntax. Yeah, this is another thing I have to do now. So this, and if, say we have that, and then program size. Let's change this whole thing to more than or equals to. And then we have starting address plus program.size there. And let's just see it, shall we? So we move that one, that one. Oh. Please tell me it's not going to mess up. So when we have this program.size. Oh, this is so annoying. The Vim emulation in VS Code is so annoying sometimes. So you can, in fact, escape in normal Vim. You can escape brackets, right? Because that's what you do. But it does. You can't do that. You can't escape the brackets in the VS Code Vim, which is annoying. So I can't do a massive find replace. I'll have to use the, I guess this in here, or the VS Code find replace, which is annoying. So we're going to replace with more than or equals to starting address plus that. Right? And then we're just going to do all of them. Okay. Format and then build. Let's see. I'm going to start with the heresy. What the fuck is a heresy? That was a mistake. Pro tip: draw what you're doing so people can better understand. Yeah, that's a good tip. I'm definitely going to start drawing it more on Excalidraw. Maybe not today though. What do you mean? I have no trouble using Vim find and replace in VS. Yeah, so this is a prime example. If I wanted to find for example, this starting address, right? And also attach the brackets in it. I can find it, but I can't replace it. Because if I replace it with something else, like it will put, oh, it worked now. I don't know why it didn't work before. But he was adding the escape character, so the slashes for some reason, which was not ideal. Okay, that was weird, because it definitely did not work before, and it was not the first time that it hasn't worked. It must be like a particular combination of escaping both opening and closing brackets. It works now because you were trying to show us the prime example. Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Whenever you need it to work. But yeah, you can go back on the video and see what happened, by the way. So when I tried it before, it didn't work. Yeah, it's in the replace string. You cannot use escape characters. First part is rejects. Yeah. Second is basic replacement string. Yeah, it must have been on the replacement string then. But okay, what the hell? This was expected. Did I not replace the whole thing, the right thing? So this will be replaced to this, which is correct. Yeah, that was correct. Why did it not work? Okay. One closing bracket too much. Oh, never mind. Yeah. Yeah, I just redid it. I didn't want to figure out what the hell was going on. But yeah, it was probably one closing bracket too much. Or too little, in fact. It is annoying that it takes so long to build the emulator. Like, no idea why. Anyway, so we rebuild that. Now, do we get... So we go through that. We go through... Okay, so 0 page and the value. Okay, yeah. 0x. Okay, still didn't work, but at least we get something. So what is the issue here? So the issue is that PC is supposed to be that, and it was 2. Yeah. Now this is correct. We just move all the PC values, I guess, right? So the program counter should be somewhere else now, and this is something I will have to like take a few days to fix, and it will possibly be a few days, in fact. All the tests before were assuming that the program got loaded into address 0x00, but the assumption now is different. The assumption is that we have the program loaded into 0x8000, right? So this should have been 8 or 8002. So if I do this, and perhaps this one here as well, so 8002, 8002, A003, A003, A003. We build it again and run it. I do wonder if it's going to work or not now. Using modules in this project shot you in the foot. Yeah, I did, yeah. I thought I would try it out, but I'm not. The thing is, I'm not even sure if I like modules in C++. And this is real talk right here. I started using it because I thought, okay, C++ adopted modules now, so it's going to be like just the same as doing, Rust or Python or, something like with a module, something like a module language. But the truth is, it's still very different to all these other languages. I mean, I do get that the compilation is supposed to be faster because, well, it's modules and things are more self-contained and it's easier to work out dependencies, supposedly. But I found that it just takes longer than not having modules. And on top of that, you can't really get IntelliSense working with the major IDEs now, which is a pain, right? I mean, I'm using ClangD here as the language server, which has ClangD version, is it 18.3 or something like that? Which doesn't have module support. Granted, when they move to ClangD version 19, it will have module support because someone merged it in already. But I don't see why anyone would use modules in C++ right now. It just doesn't make any sense because you're just going to lose a bunch of the benefits that you get by not having modules. Like you lose IntelliSense, which is the most important thing of all. You have to do some CMake shenanigans sometimes to make it work. You have to pass in extra like dependency scanning flags to CMake, which is annoying. And yeah, I don't see it being viable in a real project, put it that way, right now. This is just a play project, obviously, so it doesn't make any difference. But what I'm saying is, if you're doing C++ and you want to do, or you have a very serious project, don't use modules yet because the support is just not there. Wait a few years, maybe wait 2 or 3 years, and things will work out better. But right now, it's not a good thing. Oh great, I'm randomly being filtered by YouTube again. I hate this freaking error, and I'm too old for this crap. Sorry, Arconaf, dude. Yeah, it's I don't get YouTube either. Sometimes it just filters random people's messages, and there's nothing I can do. I'm sure you understand, right? It's not me. And since Discord is now banned in my country, I can't post it there either. Wait, what? Discord is banned in Turkey. They banned it in Turkey. That's crazy. I didn't know that. This is new. Wait, Arconaf, dude, I need to find a way to give you my details, man. So maybe on Facebook or WhatsApp, whenever you want to talk to me. But that's the thing, though. How do we do the handshake? How do I give you my details without doxing myself on stream? But I didn't know that Discord was banned in Turkey, you know. Why have I accessed all these things? Turkey has officially blocked Discord from the country after a court order. The decision was made, including... Okay, not going to say that because I'm going to get banned. That's crazy. This is new. I knew like Russia blocked it a few days ago, but what the hell? Didn't think Turkey would do it too. Are you using C-Line at work, Matt? I used to. So when I was working a Jaguar Land Rover, I used C-Line for a good 2 years, and I enjoyed it. But right now, no. I'm just using VS Code all the time. I'll VPN it sometime. Yeah, fair. This is crazy. I didn't know that Turkey would do that. You know, in the same conversation, Brazil did ban Twitter as well a month ago or so, which caught me as yeah, it surprised me really. But good, you see. So we fixed these particular tests. There are way many more tests to fix now as well, but we can see, all of the tests will be broken basically because of this assertion that I have in every test. So I've got this PC version, the PC check here. So this is checking that the program counter is where we expect it to be. So because I have that in every test, I just have to go through every test and kind of like fix it manually. I'm not going to make you guys sit through that. So I'm going to push this for now and see what we can do later. Did we forget to add anything? No, I think that's it. Initial work in supporting the program loading at a starting address. Okay, I'm going to create a PR for it so I don't forget, and also so my GitHub contributions can kind of go up, right? Because I can tell you what, guys, like I'm not going to contribute to anything on GitHub in like 3 weeks, possibly, because I'll be on holiday. But yeah, maybe I'll do some urchin work actually, because I'll have the mornings. I need to get back to it now that I don't have work. Yeah, so I'm probably going to leave the stream here in a bit. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit more. Yeah, as I said, I'll probably be away. Well, I will be away for 3 weeks, starting this weekend. So this is going to be my last stream before I come back in 3 weeks' time. So I will miss all of you for sure. But I do have some content that's already ready. So you might still see my face on YouTube videos that I've recorded. And where are you going for holiday? I'm going to Brazil, man. So I'm going to visit some family as well as enjoy the time with some of my friends. It is sad, yeah. Sorry, GTX. I will still be on Discord, however. So if you guys want to talk to me, I'll still be online on Discord at least once a day. I always check my phone. But I hope you guys continue to do some programming. I hope you guys continue to remember me when you're coding into the late night. And you think to yourself, this is what Matt would do. And just know that I'm very proud if you do that. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, nice. Indeed, yeah. It's not very sunny in Brazil, so I've been worried that I'm gonna get there and the holiday is not gonna be as good because it's not going to be sunny. But it is what it is, right? It'll be like holding a breath for 3 weeks. But if it's going to help you breathe, then we're ready. Then wait for it. Thank you. Thank you, dude. Thank you. All I ask is that whenever you guys see a video released on my channel in the next few weeks, that you watch it all and you like it. If you do that, you are helping me out quite a lot. Anyway, I need to go and get packing now because I have like 2 days to pack 2 huge bags. Well, packing off things for 3 weeks. But yeah, I mean, it has been a pleasure doing these streams with you guys, and I will see you all hopefully in 3 weeks' time when I'm back. And I wish you all an amazing 3 weeks. I know I'm not going to be here, and you're probably not going to be on holiday, but I wish you all a good time and continue to code, and also do support the channel. Don't forget about it. But yeah, if you need to contact me on Discord, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. See ya.